Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm pleased to have you here today. We'll be exploring an important topic in pharmaceutical manufacturing, concurrent validation. My name is Dr. S.K. Singh, and I hold a PhD in this field. Over the course of this presentation, we'll cover the key concepts, best practices, and recent developments related to this vital process. So, let's get started and dive into how concurrent validation plays a crucial role in ensuring quality and compliance in pharmaceutical production. Now, let's talk about concurrent validation. This approach involves performing validation activities during routine commercial production, meaning as the product is being manufactured for the market. It's a practical way to ensure that the manufacturing process is consistently producing products that meet our predefined quality attributes, or CQAs, in real time. This is especially useful when there's an urgent need to supply the product, or when we don't have extensive process history to rely on. Concurrent validation offers a flexible and efficient way to confirm process control without waiting for long-term data. It covers all kinds of dosage forms, including oral solid dosages, semi-solids, liquids, sterile products, and parenterals. By implementing this method, we can maintain confidence in product quality while addressing market demands quickly. Overall, concurrent validation is a valuable tool in our quality assurance toolkit, especially in dynamic production environments. Ensuring process capability and reproducibility during commercial batches is crucial because it helps us maintain consistent product quality. When our processes are reliable, we can produce the same high-quality product every time, reducing variability. Maintaining a continuous supply of critical products is also essential to meet customer demands and avoid shortages, which can impact our reputation and revenue. Meeting regulatory requirements while collecting real-time data is a balancing act. It's about staying compliant while gathering the information we need to make informed decisions quickly. This real-time data collection allows us to spot issues early and address them promptly, ensuring smooth operations. Minimizing delays for new product launches or process changes is vital for staying competitive. The goal is to introduce innovations efficiently without sacrificing quality or compliance. The purpose of concurrent validation ties all these points together. By validating processes during actual production, we can ensure capability, compliance, and readiness for scale-up, all while keeping things agile and responsive to market needs. Let's take a closer look at some key regulatory guidance documents that shape our validation practices. First, there's the U.S. FDA Process Validation Guidance from 2011, which emphasizes the importance of understanding and controlling manufacturing processes to ensure consistent product quality. Moving over to Europe, the EU GMP Annex 15 focuses on qualification and validation, providing a framework for validating facilities, systems, and processes to meet good manufacturing practices. Then we have the ICH Guidelines Q8, Q9, and Q10, which are international standards that promote a science and risk-based approach to pharmaceutical development and manufacturing. These guidelines encourage a thorough understanding of processes and quality systems. Lastly, the WHO TRS 937 document on good manufacturing practices offers global guidance, especially relevant for manufacturers working across borders. The common thread among all these references is their focus on product quality, process understanding, and a risk-based approach. These principles are essential for building robust validation strategies that not only comply with regulations, but also ensure the safety and efficacy of our products. Connecting these points to our overall theme, they underscore the importance of adopting a comprehensive, science-driven approach to validation that aligns with international standards. Let's start by looking at some of the key elements involved in concurrent validation. First, we have the QTPP, which stands for Quality Target Product Profile. This defines the desired quality characteristics of the final product and serves as a foundation for the entire process. Then, there are the CQAs, or critical quality attributes, which are specific properties that must be maintained to ensure product quality. Next, we have CMAs, or critical manufacturing attributes, and CPPs, critical process parameters. These are the operational factors that directly impact the CQAs. Ensuring these are well-defined and controlled is crucial for process consistency. Pre-established acceptance criteria are also vital. They set the benchmarks that our process must meet at each stage, providing clear standards for success. Alongside that, real-time monitoring of critical parameters allows us to observe process performance as it happens, so we can quickly identify and address any deviations. Strong quality assurance oversight is fundamental throughout this entire process. It ensures compliance and maintains the integrity of validation activities. And finally, robust documentation coupled with batch-to-batch evaluation helps us track performance over time, confirming that our process remains consistent and reliable. All of these elements together form the backbone of effective concurrent validation, ensuring quality is built into the process from the start and maintained throughout production. This approach aligns with our overall goal of delivering safe, effective, and high-quality products. Let's walk through the key steps involved in concurrent validation. First, we start with planning and protocol preparation, where we outline the scope, objectives, and detailed procedures for the validation process. This step is crucial because it sets the foundation for everything that follows. Next, we move into batch manufacturing with validation monitoring. Here, we produce the batches under controlled conditions while closely monitoring critical parameters to ensure everything stays within specified limits. In-process sampling and testing is our next focus. During production, we take samples at various stages and test them to verify that the process remains consistent and within quality parameters. If we encounter any deviations, we handle them promptly through proper deviation handling and documentation, ensuring all issues are logged and addressed systematically. After the batch is completed, we conduct a batch review and seek QA approval, which confirms that all quality checks are satisfied before moving forward. Finally, we compile the summary validation report, which documents all findings, observations, and conclusions. These steps are interconnected and form a comprehensive approach to validate manufacturing processes effectively, ensuring product quality and compliance with regulatory standards. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the critical parameters and attributes we need to monitor during manufacturing. First, we have the CPPs, or process-specific parameters. These include things like blending, compression, mixing, filling, and sterilization. Each of these steps requires careful control to ensure the process runs smoothly. Key factors such as temperature, pressure, speed, pH, and fill volumes are vital because they directly influence product quality. For example, if the temperature is off during sterilization, it could compromise sterility. Similarly, adjusting fill volumes affects dose accuracy. We also need to pay attention to critical equipment settings. These are the specific configurations on our machinery that must be maintained within defined limits to ensure consistent product quality. Moving on to CQAs, or critical quality attributes. These are the characteristics we measure to determine if the product meets quality standards. Assay or potency tells us how effective the active ingredient is. Content uniformity ensures each dose has the right amount of active. Dissolution or release profile indicates how the drug is released over time, which impacts efficacy. Physical attributes like hardness, viscosity, and particle size are also crucial because they affect the product's stability and user experience. Lastly, microbial limits and sterility are essential, especially if the product is sterile or injectable, as they directly impact safety. In summary, understanding and controlling these critical parameters and attributes help us ensure that each batch consistently meets our quality expectations and regulatory requirements, ultimately supporting the overall integrity of our manufacturing process. Now, let's take a closer look at batch manufacturing records, or BMRs. These are essentially the detailed records that document every step of the manufacturing process for each batch. They include in-process controls, or IPCs, which are critical checks performed during production to ensure everything stays within specified parameters. We also record laboratory test results, which verify the quality and purity of the product at various stages. If applicable, real-time environmental monitoring is conducted to track conditions like temperature, humidity, and cleanliness, helping us maintain optimal manufacturing environments. Deviations and corrective actions are another key aspect. Whenever something doesn't go as planned, it's documented along with the steps taken to address and rectify the issue. This transparency is vital for maintaining quality and compliance. Following this, there's a QA review and approval process, where quality assurance personnel thoroughly review the records to ensure they meet all regulatory and internal standards before the product is released. Finally, a summary validation report is prepared for each batch, capturing the overall compliance and validation status. Throughout this process, data collection and documentation are fundamental. They provide the traceability and accountability needed to support our quality systems. These records aren't just paperwork. They're the backbone of ensuring product integrity and regulatory compliance in our manufacturing operations. Now, let's focus on the key quality attributes that are critical to our process. All CQAs, or critical quality attributes, must meet predefined limits to ensure the product's safety and efficacy. This means we have specific thresholds in place that cannot be exceeded or fallen below. Similarly, CPPs, or critical process parameters, need to stay consistently within validated ranges. Maintaining these parameters within their established limits is essential for process control and consistency. Importantly, we must ensure there are no critical deviations that could impact product quality. Any deviation that could compromise the integrity or effectiveness of the product is taken very seriously and addressed immediately. This all ties back to our commitment to full compliance with regulatory standards. Meeting these standards isn't just about passing inspections. It's about ensuring our product is safe and effective for patients. Finally, these considerations are reflected in our acceptance criteria. These criteria serve as the benchmarks that confirm whether each batch meets our quality standards before it reaches the market. In summary, meeting and controlling these key points helps us deliver safe, high-quality products reliably and consistently. Let's take a closer look at some of the key advantages of concurrent validation. First, it helps ensure a continuous supply of the product, which is critical for meeting customer demand and maintaining market presence. Next, it confirms the process reliability under actual commercial conditions, giving us confidence that the process performs consistently in real-world scenarios. This approach also reduces the time to market for new products, allowing us to introduce innovations more quickly and stay ahead of competitors. Additionally, concurrent validation supports the scientific assurance of product quality, providing solid evidence that our products meet the necessary standards throughout the development process. Overall, these benefits highlight how concurrent validation can streamline our operations, improve quality, and accelerate product deployment, aligning perfectly with our goal of delivering reliable, high-quality products efficiently. Product release is actually dependent on the validation results, meaning we can't move forward until those results are confirmed. It's really important to have a strong prior knowledge of both the process and the product itself, because that background helps us interpret the validation data accurately. We also need to be aware that there's typically high regulatory scrutiny involved here, which adds an extra layer of oversight and compliance that we have to meet. Because of that, this approach isn't really suitable for high-risk or complex products, especially when we don't have enough prior data to support the validation process. So, to sum up, while validation is a valuable tool, it comes with its own risks and limitations. It's crucial to understand these factors and how they fit into the overall context of product development and regulatory requirements. Let's take a closer look at the compilation of batch-wise validation reports. This step involves gathering all the data from each batch to ensure consistency and quality. By reviewing these reports collectively, we can identify any trends or anomalies that might need further investigation. Next, we focus on trend analysis of CPPs and CQAs. Tracking these parameters over time helps us understand their behavior and stability. It's crucial for confirming that our process remains within control and continues to produce quality products. Based on these insights, we update our SOPs, control strategies, and documentation. Staying current ensures that our procedures reflect the latest data and best practices, which is vital for maintaining compliance and continuous improvement. We also plan for continued process verification, or CPV. This ongoing activity is about monitoring the process after validation to ensure it continues to perform as expected in routine production. It's a key part of our quality assurance, supporting long-term process robustness. Finally, we consider post-validation activities. These include audits, additional testing if needed, and documenting lessons learned. All these steps help us sustain process integrity and prepare for any future validation needs. These combined activities reinforce our commitment to delivering high-quality, compliant products consistently. Concurrent validation in pharmaceutical manufacturing plays a crucial role in maintaining consistent product quality. By validating processes as they run, we can quickly identify and address any deviations, ensuring the final product meets all quality standards. It also helps us stay compliant with regulatory requirements, which is vital for market approval and ongoing compliance. Additionally, concurrent validation enhances process reliability by providing real-time assurance that our manufacturing processes are under control. This approach ultimately supports timely supply to the market, preventing delays and ensuring patients receive their medications without unnecessary wait times. Overall, implementing concurrent validation aligns perfectly with our goal of delivering safe, effective, and high-quality pharmaceutical products efficiently. For further support, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help and provide any additional information you might need. Feel free to contact us through the channels provided. Thank you very much for your time and attention today. We appreciate your interest and engagement throughout this presentation.